right, welcome back. This is part of episode 37, but this is the after show, and this is pretty much free talk and some pretty cool things that they're going to talk about that happened at KCON. So take it away, guys.
Okay, well, let me just tell y'all real quick. So night 2, I was sitting behind a lot of, it wasn't all of them. I will say, I'll start that off right away. It's not all of them, but a large amount of the flower boys that were at the Flower Boy Cafe were sitting in front of me. So, you know, at first it's like, great, we got some eye candy right here. We got some eye candy on the stage. So everybody was happy until you realize how drunk they were.
Oh, God.
And how they knew somebody who knew somebody, so they kept bringing in more people and more people to the point where some of the ladies that decided to show up were sitting like 2 per seat, which is a no-no. Okay.
Oh, my God.
It's like, whatever. I'm not going to say anything because at that particular moment, they were drunk, clearly, but they were seated until I can't even remember which act it was. But the girls decided this would be a perfect opportunity to show off my new moves that I've been practicing. So they jump up. I'm fine with dancing, but these girls were sticking their little booties this way, that way, in every little flower boy's face that they could reach. Oh. I don't know if they were girlfriends, if they were just friends. I don't know. But the people behind them, namely myself, my friends, and unfortunately a family with 3 small children, were not pleased. Because number 1, you couldn't see the stage because they're standing up, jumping, you know, shaking their ass and everything. And number 2, they're putting their booties in a 7-year-old little boy's face. And it was like classic cartoon. This was the cutest kid I've ever seen. He had the really thick glasses, you know, and he was just there to enjoy himself. And the one girl, like, almost climbed on top of the seat to bend over in front of him. And his eyes, oh my gosh, they got so wide. Like, you know, what's going on? And his mom, I know, like his mom kept trying to switch. She's like, well, switch seats with me. So she would like move him around so he could see and not be a part of that. But there were so many of them drunk and kept drinking that I'd said something to the chick that was in front of me, and, you know, she just brushed me off. And I was like, okay, I'm about to catch a case, you know, like, please, Lord, don't let me get locked up. I'm, you know, across the country away from my family, and they're not going to know what happened to me. But you know, it wasn't fun anymore because I was so pissed off at them. Like, they were drunk to the point where they were falling down. I thought somebody was going to fall off the little balcony thing that we were sitting in.
No.
Yeah. So finally, one of the flower boys, and I know it's them because they had to wear the white shirts with the black pants, you know? Mm-hmm. And like, she was trying to like make out with him, and he was like, let's just go. So he like snatched her up and started dragging her, and, you know, and she's hollering and whatnot. And I was like, yes, Lord Jesus, thank you so much. So that pissed me off, like, with the whole lot of them. Like, I didn't want to deal with any of them anymore. It's like, all y'all need to get up and go because of that one incident. I recorded some, like, a brief bit of it, of the girls just like humping on each other because it was amusing at that point. And I put it at the end of one of my videos, and they were like, man, maybe you should just cut it down so nobody sees their face so you don't embarrass them, because they were workers at the event, but still, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna blast them that hard. So I just kept it to where you could just see like the back of them, but still you could see they were like going just crazy, and it pissed me off. So I couldn't enjoy fully the last night of concerts because of that.
Oh, wow.
I get that you want to have fun with your friends, and I get that you just want to party a bit, but I'm like, this is not the place, this is not the time. People have spent so much money on this concert, like $300, $400 plus, and you're going to sit there and wave your little ass in front of like 7-year-olds. I think that's embarrassing, and you should really like check yourself.
Yeah,
like,
it was really embarrassing. If they weren't so drunk, like, I hope that maybe the next day, you know, when they woke up and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so horrified. But man, it was bad. So bad.
You have at least some dignity. Like, just think about the crowd you're in right now, where there are families, there are like people, impressionable children, and like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, have some, like, I don't know. That's just embarrassing. If it was me, I'd feel ashamed of myself. I'd just be like, the fuck did I just do that night? Like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I really hope. And then, like, I even asked the mama because I don't think her English was that great, but I was like, do you need me to say something? Because at that point, you know how you're like, I'm just ready to fight, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't say something to them, I will, because your children are here and y'all paid, you know, like you said, like $300 and $400 per ticket, and it's 5 of y'all up here. If y'all not gonna say something, I have no problem saying something. And they're like, no, you know, it's fine. I guess they didn't want to make a scene. Yeah. At that point, I was all ready for a scene, so. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my doorbell.
Talking about making a scene. Oh my god.
But yeah, they should show more class. They're like basically degrading themselves just by doing that.
Exactly. And it just makes a mockery of the thing. Like, you've been professional throughout the entire day. Now you just have to lose your shit. Like, why can't you just keep your cool for a couple more hours, then go back to your hotel room and do whatever skanky ass thing you want to do? But, like, just, you know, there's a time and place for everything, and you just, no.
How much you want to bet? Well, so how much you want to bet those are the same kind of girls who will turn around and go tell some idols that, oh, they're trying too hard to be sexy? It's like, huh.
Let's not even.
Sips tea.
Like, it's one thing to fangirl and freak out, but just full on doing that kind of thing is just the most inappropriate you could do. Just, like you said, time and place for everything.
I just feel so bad for the poor 7-year-old. He must be traumatized or something.
Well, he certainly got an eyeful, that's for sure. I'm sure his dad has lots of things to tell him when he gets a bit older.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nothing like that. Thank God nothing like that happened to me at New York. Only one incident happened. Well, technically 2, but that's a certain fandom who I'm tired of talking about. If you know what I mean, Amber.
No, don't even start with that.
Like, nothing was really an issue. During my Hailey high touch, we were all lining up, and Hailey's looking on stage looking beautiful, and I'm on the ground looking like I don't know what to do. I'm about to touch the goddess, whatever. And I'm about to go on stage, and the guy in front of me turns around. He's like, "Hey, so when I go up there, my fans are about to take a picture. So can you like back up a bit so you can't ruin the picture?" I already have RBF as it is. So the look I gave him was just like, "Sir, if you don't get on that stage and touch that woman's hands before I kick you off, I swear." I had to hold everything in because I'm like, you know what, Hailey's right there. I can't be shady, or I can't have to stay CD at the moment. So I let him go up and do his thing. I was like, okay, now get. Then it was just, I couldn't even. I wanted to do so much more, but that ruined my moment. So I couldn't even tell Hailey everything I wanted to say because he ruined it for me. And now I'm full of regrets because, yeah. But other than that, everything went swell. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of pollution, but we all know what fandom that was. But I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Oh my god. Wait, did you say that person had fans?
No. Wait, what?
Wait, why did he want you to stay back so...
Because his friend was going to take a picture. The sad thing was there was someone already on stage taking pictures of everyone who went by, so it was completely pointless.
Oh my god.
For me, like, I think the strangest thing, like, see, I have an appreciation for fan mobs, that, like, you know, flash mobs, because I think, okay, fine, you guys are creative, you guys are doing your ish, but there comes a time when, like, a flash mob is kind of, like, not the right thing to do. Like, there was this, like, while we were all standing in line, there were these group of, like, 4 girls. They were armies, of course. Of course. Yes. And so, like, they walk down to, like, they walk every 5 steps, they come down, and then they start performing Fire or Dope. Every 5 steps they'll perform it. And then they will stand there and wait there until everybody claps, because, of course, they're trying to be awkward. And I'm just sitting there, like... Wow, like, obviously we had to clap, otherwise it would be so uncomfortable, but we were feeling so uncomfortable just staring at these girls performing very mediocre choreography to Fire. They were not doing the song justice, but I'm like, if you know what you're doing and you can do it to a T, then, like, we will cheer you on, we'll be screaming for you. But, like, they were so half-assed with it, it was just so uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, yeah, flash mobs, there's a time and a place once again. Like, if you know what you're doing, then go for it, but otherwise don't embarrass yourselves and us.
It was so hilarious. I kept laughing at them because they felt like so great. At least it looked like they felt like superstars or whatever. And they just kept dancing. And me and my friends would just look at each other like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, no.
Exactly.
Stop.
Exactly. You just wanted to tell them, just like, can you please go to the next group of people? But then you couldn't. It was just so bad. It was so bad.
We had
You were
that
just
issue
staring
in
at
New
that.
York.
God.
What?
It's like,
Oh.
and every next group of people they walked to, they were getting progressively more tired and progressively worse. And like by the end of it, they were just literally just flailing their hands around. I'm like, why do you not stop? Like, what is your problem here? And then every like 1 hour or something, someone will start screaming dope, and then everybody starts screaming in the audience, of course. And it was a mess. It was honestly such a mess. I got so sick of hearing dope because everybody was playing it in the freaking line. I was like, okay, I'm done with dope now. Can we hear something new? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
At New York, at the KCON, at the Toyota tent, the first DJ, I know the DJ, and he's awesome, love him to death. But I swear, just like you, he played dope and fire over and over
Oh my god.
and over and over, like the whole day. I was like,
Like, don't get me wrong, they're really good songs and BTS produce amazing music, but then when you hear a song 50,000 times in a row without pause, like, you get pissed off. Like, the song is good, but it's not something I would listen to on repeat until my ears start bleeding. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
especially because all these fangirls, like 12 and 13-year-olds, they started singing along and like doing the fan chants, and that like every single hour that passed, and it was just so annoying.
And no one knew the words. The worst thing is no one knew the words. They only know like fire, dude. Like they just didn't know what they were saying. I'm like, if you can't sing the song, stop mumbling with the words. Like, oh man, it was just a mess. Such a mess. Okay, God.
Like also with everybody, like I feel like 80% of the people that were at KCON in Paris were only there for BTS. Like you, literally everywhere you looked at, everybody was wearing BTS shirts and like hats and wristbands and necklaces and hoodies and what I don't even know. And most of them had like Jungkook merchandise, and like at some point it really got so annoying.
Honestly, there was like no SHINee, there was no any other group, and when like SHINee came across, I heard people boo SHINee, but when BTS, the entire like, it pissed me off, because I swear like SHINee came up for like 2 seconds while everybody was in queue, and some people started booing. I was like, what are you doing? Respect them. And holy crap, you know what pissed me off the most? When SHINee was performing like Sherlock, I think they performed Sherlock, right? Did they not? Or they performed Lucifer. They would perform Lucifer first, I think, or something like that. When they were performing Lucifer, because most of the fans only started K-pop like a year ago, and all of them basically came from BTS, people were not turning up to Lucifer. And
oh my god,
when
I was so turned up.
Right? Everybody, I was losing my mind. And then Minho comes on the center of the stage, and he sees this one fan who's in the like standing section, who is just standing there on his phone. Minho points at him, tells him to turn up. I'm like, but the boy doesn't start turning up. I'm like, you just got blessed by the god Minho. You're not gonna move your ass. You're not gonna turn up. I don't understand people. Like, I get it, you're here for BTS. I get it that you're up their ass, but at the same time, you cannot ignore talent that is in front of you. Like, because these guys have been in the business for so long, how can you disrespect them and not even like appreciate them? Not even like get a little bit excited? I don't know. It honestly it rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, I understand you're here for a reason, but if you're gonna like shade the other groups on there, then you're here for the wrong reasons. Like,
that's so true.
Let me defend Army real quick. Not all. I'm gonna defend certain ones because this happened at. I don't know if this happened in Paris, but this happened at both KCON LA and New York. There were some fans cosplaying, and there was one girl in New York. I saw her.
I think I sent this to you.
I saw her. She was walking all over the place in New York, and she was as cute as a button. She was nice. She was she was handing out merchandise, free merchandise. She didn't make anyone pay for it. Nice, awesome as I don't know what. And I get online the next day, and people are making fun of her, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? And at first, after that spiel was over, go to LA. Also, some more BTS cosplayers. Again, they're being roasted. These poor fans. I'm like, Lord. I'm like, out of all the, you finally meet some good. I'm not even gonna say the fandom name because I'm tired of saying the name. Then like they're chill fans, paying so much respect to their group. I almost had hope, and then of course get online, and my hope goes down the drain. Sorry, J-Hope, it was almost there, but they ruined it. And I'm just like, why, people? Whatever like literally, they love the group just as much as you. Why are you making fun of them? This makes no sense. I hope someone flushes all of you down the toilet, because that is just I can't hear.
I bet you £5 that those are the failed people who were trying to join the flash mob, but they got rejected because they can't dance, so that's why they were just like those other. Oh my god.
Wait, Hailey.
Yeah,
Hailey.
Yeah.
You said
What?
something about someone said something about BTS at the concert or something behind you. Or something.
It wasn't just BTS. It was also Shiny,
Oh, damn.
Davichi, and what was the other one? I think it might have been Twice. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just start off with BTS since we're already talking about them and just get out of the way. But someone behind me had said, "Wow, Jin is so ugly." Right after he blew a kiss to everyone. I'm like, I don't understand. Why are you even here? Why are you here? Why did you have to just bring in some negativity around all these positive people? They were, even though they didn't say some bad things about some bands, I could hear them like laughing for no reason, like during every single performance. When Shiny came on the first day, this is my first encounter with them, View was playing, and they're like, what type of song is this? This is so stupid. They just keep saying down, 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 and I'm just like, are you serious right now? You are going...
They didn't get beat up.
I would have, but I would like to be at the concert and not in jail. but it really disappointed me. At first, I thought, I don't think this is of all BTS fans, but what I've experienced is that usually some BTS fans that I've encountered always bash on like older groups or even some newer ones, and obviously you lovely armies in here are definitely better than them. But it really makes me upset because, like, why are you bashing on them? What's the point? First of all, they're not going to hear it unless if you go directly to something like a social media that they're on. But honestly, what's the point? It really made me upset. During Monsta X, someone, I don't want to say it because it's really, really bad, but something about Shonu, and Shonu's my bias. So I'm not going to say it because it is really offensive. But I will say it has to do with a mental disability.
They did it.
Wow.
They did.
Oh, I'm taking my earrings out and we are fighting.
My friend was like, don't let this ruin the experience. Don't let it ruin it. I'm like, I can't do anything and it sucks.
That's
hurts.
so irritating.
Yeah. And they said something else about Twice, but I can't remember exactly. But it really just made the concert so, it made it not what I was expecting and just made it a lower...
Like a sour taste.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were basically laughing and saying stuff. Some of the stuff I couldn't hear because of people screaming, but they were doing and saying stuff the whole time. I'm like, why are you even here?
Wait, how old do they look?
They look like, I would say 18, 19, maybe even 20s. Yeah. It really pissed me off.
That'd pissed me off too.
Yeah.
We were getting, my sister and I, we were getting irritated throughout the con. But because someone had mentioned about like the cosplayers, literally every person I saw who had a cosplay, I went up to them and said, like, I tapped them on the shoulder, I'm like, excuse me, but I just want to tell you, you look amazing. You did a wonderful job. And I'd ask them, like, how long did it take? What was the hardest part? So I always, like, because, sorry. But yeah, so I would let people know. But to also, one thing that really bugged me, especially because I love BTS, like I do. And then again, like, as it was mentioned before, but hearing Dope over and over and over, you're kind of like, okay, all right, let's hit the next one.
Yeah.
We heard that one, that was great, but let's do something else.
The fact that BTS have so many better songs than Dope and Fire, like, yeah.
One of the the things during the concert that really, after the con, my sister's like, this really bugged me. And I'm like, that really bugged me too. Black Ocean.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
For who?
KCON LA.
Mhm.
For who?
Beginning half of it, like, during BTS, my sister's like, wow, there's like a lot of light sticks on. And there was a girl right next to us. She was literally on her phone the entire time, ignoring everything until BTS came on stage. And she was like standing up with her light stick. And my sister's like, girl, you have all of these artists before them who are just as talented and just as wonderful. You're going to do that? Like, we had that issue. And then one thing that kind of bugged me, but I was also like, I was kind of like, can you, this fanboy right behind my mom, she had to kind of put in her headphones because he was screaming so loud. She couldn't hear. And my mom, she doesn't go to concerts because it's too loud for her ears. So she had to put in headphones to kind of diffuse the screaming from him, which I get. He was super excited, but I felt like he was screaming directly into our ears. And so that was one thing that kind of off-put us and kind of upset my mom. And I was just like, my mom's trying to enjoy Monsta X. She's trying to enjoy Shonu, like, doing his thing on stage. But he was just piercing. It was just, at one point I was going to turn around and be like, okay, can you just take it down 2 notches, please? What was another thing that bugged me? There's some people who I met who are I kept making friends like this whole weekend. Like, I'd ask people, who are you most excited to see? Who's your bias? Like, who do you hope to see next year? Kind of the questions that we had. I was just interacting with people, making friends, and I probably made about like 20 friends the entire weekend. But when I happened upon a certain kind of group, as slightly mentioned earlier, they're like, oh yeah, I'm like totally obsessed with this. But I was mentioned, I'm like, oh, so do you like Cookie? And they're like, who? And I'm like, what do you mean who? Cookie, Jungkook. And they're like, oh yeah, no, I like him. That's my bias. And I'm like, oh, hold on. What? You don't know? Okay. It was nice meeting you. I have to go. That kind of, and yeah. So, but yeah. So that's I think the only thing that left the sour taste in my mouth after.
I had a similar. I didn't have like. Well, I can't say it wasn't an idol similar experience. It wasn't. It was kind of a shocker. Like, we were talking about, people were interacting with YouTubers, and they just meet Dre. I was like, oh, did you go see Courtney and Jasmine's panel? They're like, who? Courtney and Jasmine. Who? Tumblr John Key. Who? I'm like, oh my god.
I love them.
I'm like, what's wrong with you people? I'm just like, what do you mean?
That's
who?
so strange to me. Like, Courtney and Jasmine are queens. They're so sweet. They're just genuinely so like so down to earth in real life. Like, I love those two. But it's just like, back to your point about like Black Ocean and everything, I'm just like, do people not realize that without artists before BTS would not be a thing? Like, people like SHINee are what defined what K-pop was. Songs like Lucifer is what made K-pop relevant. Like, you cannot sit here and tell me that BTS invented fucking K-pop, because they freaking didn't. Like, you're here, like, you have to be able to at least appreciate the fact that there's other talent out there, otherwise BTS would not be a thing. And if you're so stupid that you can't actually just, at least respect the people before them, then you should kind of get out of K-pop. You should say, yes, I'm into BTS, not I'm a K-pop fan. There are two very different things. And oh my god, people bother me so much. And like K-pop, there's so many people who just piss you off mildly, and definitely just people like that just bother me. I'm like, BTS are not K-pop. They're part of K-pop, but they are not fully K-pop.
It kind of makes it hard to like it makes it a little harder for me to make friends in K-pop, because it's like they'll be stuck on like that one group, and I'm like, no, but like, listen to this, like, there's this new group up, Tension, and oh my gosh, you should listen to Shinhwa. They're like an old group, And then it's like, oh, but you should check out these ballad songs too. These are amazing. And they're just like, no, I'm fine. I just want to listen to this. And I'm like, sweetie, expand. Look above.
Exactly.
Whole new world. Expand. You'll love it. Trust me, you'll love it.
And the only way they expand is if you're like, this is like Butterfly, this is like Joke Part 2. Like, it's like they can't just think outside of BTS terminology, and that just pisses me off. Like, there's more to K-pop.
I'm having a serious case of deja vu. Doesn't this sound familiar, Amber?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, see, I swear CD had this conversation before. I swear I've had this conversation with CD. No, but just to tell the audience who are listening to this right now, we're not saying that BTS is a bad group. We're not hating on BTS whatsoever. We're not saying that all the armies are the same. We're just trying to say that there are some ignorant fans out there who kind of like they put down other artists just to put up BTS, and we're just trying to say that there's more to K-pop than BTS. But BTS are an incredible group, and we all love them incredibly much. That's why we're saying this.
Yes, the end. And I do have an episode on that. You can go check it out. Like,
I was just like, wow, this is literally like Amber. Serious. We had a whole episode devoted.
I know. I had a whole episode.
A two-parter too.
I had a two-part episode. Oh, okay. So, 2 more stories, and I want to hear. I already heard your story, but tell them, Jay, the fighting story.
Oh, okay. So it happened night 2 of KCON LA, and what's funny is like you'd think, oh, these people who are fighting are about the same age. No, it was an older woman, I want to say in her 40s, that attacked a younger girl.
That wasn't me, by the way. That wasn't me fighting that time.
And it was just like, okay, Twice comes on. Me and my friends, and the row directly in front of us. We're like, we're excited, we're pumped up, and we're hyped. And Cheer Up starts, and we don't even get through the first chorus, and all we see is this older lady literally grabbed. I want to say this girl is at least, between 15 to 18. She's a young girl. And you see this older lady reach out and pull on this girl's ponytail, like yank it back. And she gets physical, and like a whole argument and everything. And then there was a guy who was directly in front of me, and I guess this was his sisters or like his family. They were like, go call security, because all of us were like, what? Like, what's going on? We like stood there like mid like cheer up, like dancing. And we were just like, are you serious right now? Are you really fighting? And like this older, like you see the older lady like huffing and puffing. She's like she was about to grab the girl again, until like we all like reached out and were like, no, like what are you doing? And finally security comes. She doesn't even get escorted out at all.
What?
She doesn't get escorted out at all. And I'm just like, luckily, like the girl was crying, and her friend who was right next to her was like hugging her and like trying to keep her away. And we were scared because like halfway through like the second verse of the song, we were scared and watching this lady, because the security stepped away, and we're like, is she gonna attack the girl again? Like once security steps away, like what the hell? Like and it turns out it's just, again, it was like similar to Sara, how these people, like the young girl, she's having fun, she's enjoying, but obviously she's not dancing like inappropriately, she's just enjoying the concert, so she's standing up. And if you really had a problem, you can politely
talk to her.
Yeah, be like, can you please, like, you're blocking my view, I can't see, something like that, right? No, this lady just blows it and attacks the younger girl. And we're just like, what? Like, let her enjoy. Like, she paid just as much as you did to enjoy, and it's not our fault that you're sitting down. If you really can't, if you don't really like that, say something. Just don't sit there, or don't attack a person. And it was just so, that left such a bitter taste, because it's just like, this is the first time I'm seeing Twice live and hearing them. It's the first song that they're performing, You know, you want to be excited. You want to be having fun. But no, like, after that, all of us kind of just stood there, like, the whole entire song, and we're just like, did this just happen? Like,
wow.
No?
Wow.
That's
And
insane.
it was an older lady going after a child. Or
That just shows you that age doesn't equal maturity. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
it was just so upsetting, and it's just like, I was just like to the girl, like, yes, you take pictures, take videos of this lady and report her, because no, you're just not gonna let her get away with that. And I'm just like, oh, it just made us all angry, and we're just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're an older lady. Chill out.
Exactly.
I like how
Have some
KCON is half
dignity.
fangirl and then half anger.
Yes.
And then you see the one lone fanboy.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. We're a rare breed.
There are a lot.
Oh yeah,
There
yeah,
was.
I know that. It's just like, we're a minority. It's like when I sit down and talk, it's like, yes, you're a guy. You understand me.
Actually, when I was like at the Turbo, their audience thing, like I saw some guys like behind me. They were looking for Eric Nam high touches, and they were like, "You guys, if you guys have any like Eric Nam like high touches or engagements, like let us know." And they had like this little poster that said, "Dudes for Eric Nam." Like,
Oh,
use the
yes, they're
hashtag.
How about those?
I was like, who are these guys? They're like so funny. I was like, I feel bad because I wish I had like a little engagement to give it to them, but no, I was like already at my Turbo engagement, so.
Wait, where were they? Because I had an engagement. I didn't even go to Eric Nam.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time, but I should have gave it to them if I saw them.
Yeah, they were like, use the hashtag dudes for Eric
Dudes for
Nam.
Eric Nam. I remember seeing that on Twitter. That was so funny. And I think Eric Nam saw those posters, and there was like a
he
little
did.
video of Eric Nam. And that's hilarious.
I went to that fan engagement, and he's like, I've never had this in Korea. There is no namjas for Eric. And, like, out loud. He said that out loud. I was just like, you're so adorable. Oh my god.
At KCON New York, I'm mad at him. He was like, I didn't know you guys liked ooh ooh. I'm like, you didn't? Boy, you promoted it everywhere. How do you not know? He was like, I'll just. So he sang it for us a cappella, but we were just like, you didn't know. I should just like come up on that stage and smack you. Like, you had everybody in that video. How would that not be popular? Eric, fix your life.
Yeah. Can we talk about Eric Nam and Amber?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that was
so
amazing.
into that.
Eric.
That's like one of my favorite songs. Their duet they had. Oh my
Mhm.
god. I was just like swaying and singing along and then screaming and
I can relate.
yeah.
Why can't they just form a collaboration unit called ASC? It would make so much sense because it would be an actual club. It would make sense, people.
Really would.
Except nobody would graduate. No one's graduating. I refuse.
Ooh, I had a quick thing because I just remembered Sarah talking about it in line. Like for the lines for KCON LA, it was just, you know, the whole security thing and like people like thoroughly checking stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know how girls have makeup and all of that. Of course, like people bring makeup to touch up and all of that. The security that I happened to go through made my friends throw away their makeup.
What?
And says couldn't be, no, like they were like adamant and like, no, you can't bring this in here. And they're like, it's just makeup. Yeah, and it was like compact mirror makeup and all of that. I was just like,
That happened to my sister.
and I'm just like, but it's just makeup. You can even, we can open it for you and we can show you. And then people are getting free sampled makeup in there. So why can't they bring it in? And so it's just like I know like my friend like threw away like $30 makeup.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
just
God.
You know
It was
what? That did
expensive.
happen. I saw there was a company, Snack Fever, was in LA, and my friend bought one of their like snack boxes, which like you open it up and it has a bunch of
Oh,
Korean
right.
snacks.
I heard about that.
She had to throw hers away, and it was like unopened. Like she just bought it, and then she had to rush over for the concert. And the guy was like, "You can't bring outside food in." And she's like, "No, I got this at the convention. It's still sealed and everything." And he was like, nope, you can't bring it in. And she said, are you serious? She said, well, can I check it? You know, like put it somewhere. And he said, no, he made her throw it away. She said, but I spent $20 on this. He said, well, you could take it to your car. And I was like, sir, you don't understand. There's no car. Like the majority of us Ubered or whatever, you know, from our hotels, our Airbnbs and whatnot. It's like there's no car to put things in. That's why so many people are bringing stuff from the convention here, because we don't have anywhere else to put it. There's no way we can go all the way back to wherever we're staying, drop off our stuff, and then come back and be in time for the concert. And he was like, it's not my problem. So she threw it away. Oh, yeah, she was hot.
That's so different from Paris. I remember in Paris, like we had all like huge bags and like, I don't know, everything with us. And at first they told us that we were not allowed to take them inside and that we had to leave everything outside or like throw it away. But then people started complaining and be like, we've been camping here for 3 days. We have water bottles with us and everything. We can't just like take our whole luggage and leave it here. It might get stolen. So in the end, they just let everyone take their stuff inside and just like made them throw the fluids away.
Wow.
My sister, her issue was the convention line, like the bag check at the convention before you go in. Mm-hmm. She has a compact mirror, and it's like a kind of a cute punk thing. It's got like a little like tiny spikes. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until the last day where they were like thoroughly checking bags. Like last day, they asked me to take off I was wearing a hat the whole weekend. They asked me, can you lift up your hat real quick just so we can make sure there's nothing under it? And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, you guys didn't even check that the last few days. So I'm like, okay, enjoy my greasy hair. There you go. And then, but my sister's compact mirror, they're like, you can't bring that in. And she's like, well, I'm not throwing it away. And they're like, then you can't come in. So she came back. We were like sitting in some chairs between like where the check-in was and the convention panels. Like there's like that hallway. My mom and my sister and I were sitting there. My sister was just like fuming with anger because she's like, this is so dumb. They didn't say anything the first few days and now they're saying stuff. So she's like, I'm done with the convention for today. And it was almost towards the end of the evening. She's like, let's just go get food. So it was like, that was one of the things that really bugged her was security.
Yeah, oh my.
That's been happening in a lot of concerts. Like, it's like I was referencing the EXO concert. There wasn't girls. There was girls near me who were just like about to fight. They were just you could tell they were about to fight. And we called security over. Security was just like, oh, and then carried on. It was just like, hello, did you not hear us? Like, war is about to bust out in these streets. like, hey, violence is about to happen. The crazy XOs from 2013. You about to see that? You might want to come get them. And it's just like, and they just like didn't care. They just like ignored it, and they're just like, what's up? Like, I don't understand. Your security. Your job's not sit here and look pretty. That's XO's job. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Like, what's the point of having security if they're not gonna secure the place? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think security don't really do their job that well, honestly. Like, for instance, that girl who pulled the hair, I think she should obviously be taken out of the freaking concert. Like, I don't care how much money you spend. How dare you physically abuse another fan? Like, who gives you the right? And there was like, when last year for KCON LA, I was turning up. I was in the seating section. The woman behind me, she kept on like tapping me on the shoulder. She was like, can you put your hands down? I'm like, okay, see, I'm a tall person, so I kind of get that I do obstruct a bit of view.
Yeah,
but
Varun, you're huge. I thought CD was tall. You're way taller.
No,
wait,
what?
Like,
it just like, I'm like 6'3" ish.
You got me by an inch. I'm 6'2". You got me.
What's this? No, so like this woman, and I get it. If I put my hands up, I kind of cover space, but then like at the same time, she was just like, okay, if you scream one more time, I'm gonna report you to the police, the security. I was like, okay, fine. Bitch, let's play it that way. Then freaking Zion T and Crush come on last year, and this woman, she didn't take her own advice, and she just started screaming the top of her lungs into my eardrum. She literally came right next to my face, I kid you not, and started belting out because of those two. And I was just like, bitch, like the fuck you doing? Calm down and sit down. She was pissing me off so much. I was so close to saying, I'm gonna call the security right now if you keep screaming. But I was like, okay, let her have her shine. This is a favorite group. And after that, I belted out again. I was just like, fuck you. I couldn't give two shits. You didn't listen to yourself, so why should I listen to you? No, it bothered me so much. People like that, I'm like, No.
Hypocritical people like that are the most annoying on this planet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
CD, you're going? Yeah, okay.
I guess he's off. Bye, CD.
Bye.
Hi, CD.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, it's just crazy how so much stuff goes on at KCON, and you're just like, what? You're just really?
But that happens like in concerts in general, I think. Not just KCON, but that was I guess I feel like because we spend so much money doing these like KCON, like okay, Varun, you flew to a different country to to come see this, and like I might as well have. I'm in Virginia and I had to fly to LA, and they don't cover that for you. So it's like I'm spending so much money just to come here. I want to be able to enjoy myself fully without having to deal with all this, drama and BS.
Exactly.
But it's not all bad.
It's
still worth
if you're
it.
gonna come to if you're gonna come to a concert, prepare for what's gonna happen at a damn concert. Like you know you're short, then how are you gonna expect the other person to start ducking down for you just so you can get a good view? Like, it's not my responsibility to ensure that your comfort. Do you get what I mean? It's like I understand there's etiquette, like there's you appreciating and not being a total douchebag, but at the same time I'm also like, you cannot put someone in an uncomfortable situation or make him stop enjoying the concert just because you cannot see, or like just because you don't. Oh my god, it sounds bad, but then at the end of the day, I'm just like, I paid the same amount of money as you. If I'm turning up and you're not, and you're sitting down, like, it's not my fault that you turn up different to me, but you cannot expect me to start turning up like you just because you are not enjoying yourself because of my turning up. Like, why are you constantly turning on me anyways? Move your seat if you're so uncomfortable. Like, my god.
Yeah, we have. Well, I was in like pit. I think that's what it's called in English, right? Like pit, the standing area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and Tala, the girl who has the YouTube channel with me, we were in pit and we're like, I was the first row, she was second row, and this girl in front of her, she had like, I think she had like lung or breathing problems or something, that she had like, how do you call that? Like the girl from Fault in Our Stars, she has like...
She had the oxygen tank.
Yeah, exactly, that thing, she had it with her.
She was in the pit with it?
Like,
oh my god.
Yes,
Wow.
She was front row, and then she kept telling my friend Tala that she had to be careful because she couldn't breathe right. And all these people kept pushing, obviously, and like mostly when BTS came on stage, it was such a mess, and people just kept pushing you around. And then my friend had to take care of herself, and then this girl in front of her, because obviously she didn't want to smash her and like make her breathing even worse. And I feel like, why do you go to a concert like this and buy yourself tickets for a standing area if you know that you have these problems and that so many people will go crazy and just smash you? Like, why do you do this? Just take a seating place or whatever.
Exactly. Like it's your responsibility to be smart and take your precautions. If you are tiny and you're like, there's some people in mosh pit who are like 5'1", and then I'm 6'3", and they're telling me, can I step aside so they can come in front of me? No, it's not my responsibility to give you a good view. If I'm getting a good view, I'm gonna enjoy my view because I paid the same amount of money as you. You should have been smarter with your money and taken a seating ticket somewhere higher if you seriously could not see. But like, why do you have to like inconvenience me? Because like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I'm like, it's your responsibility to take care of yourself. I'm struggling. I'm so dehydrated right now. I'm tired. I'm pissed off. And on top of that, you're gonna be cranky on my side. Like, it just doesn't work. Then you're gonna expect fights. Fights are gonna break out just because you're being like crazy right now. You're not being smart. It just doesn't make sense. And it sounds like such a douchebaggy response to say that, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's not my job. I'm not your mother. I'm not here to take care of you. I'm here to take care of myself and enjoy the artist I paid my money for. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but I totally get you. It's true.
Concerts are so stressful.
They are.
You really are.
It's so stressful. You don't eat. You're annoyed with people, but then at the end of the night, you're like, that was great.
Yeah.
Exactly. In hindsight, but then you look at it from an abstract view and you're like, oh shit, that went terribly. But like, you're still like, oh, at least I saw the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you also meet nice people there. I mean, for example, this girl, I was like, in the beginning, I wasn't really that far in the front. and these people just kept pushing. So people made room for me because they saw that I couldn't like stand anymore because there were so many bags on the floor, and I just kept falling. And then at some point I was like in second row, and this girl in front of me, I kept falling onto her and kept apologizing because I felt so bad just like pushing her the whole time. And she just grabbed the people beside her, pushed them away, and made room for me, and was like, here you go, now you can stand in peace. And that was so nice of her, like making room for me in first row. It's just like, oh my god, you're the best human being on earth.
That's really sweet. That's good people who actually try to convene, make space for other people. Those are sweet people.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
She's a
I'm
real
so
MVP.
thankful for her.
So yeah, I'm glad that we're ending it on a good note. There are good people. We do have a good time at the end of the day. Yeah, we can't wait till next year, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
As much as we're fussing, we still wanted to come back. We're still gonna attend if we can afford it.
Yeah.
Please don't ban us, KCON.
No, please don't.
And this time we're doing the Thursday pre-check-in day.
Yeah.
Taking the time to do that. Because my mom was like seriously upset that we paid for the third day. We paid for the 3-day convention, but we only got to experience 2 days and 1 hour of first day.
I think there should be 2-day pre-check-ins.
There should be. That's what San Diego Comic-Con does. They do like a 2-3 day pre-check-in.
Yes, they do. I went this year.
Yeah. Oh, jealous.
Okay, do you hear that, KCON? Do you hear that? Do you hear us?
We're at San Diego Comic-Con, the massive of like the
the biggest con in the U.S.
Do that
basically.
Or they could just like send like you know how they did the signing, what was it? Like that paperwork. So like there's no like,
the waiver.
Yeah, that like we could just do that online. We don't have to like print it all out
or bring it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also like what is it, like the wristbands? Like if they could just send that to us, that would probably be a lot better. Like I don't mind paying $3 to get in like earlier to get like that sent. That'd be fine.
That's also another thing. The lady who we dealt with, she was not like having it at all. But we didn't realize that we needed to bring our concert tickets with us to get the vouchers. And so, because we just brought the waivers, because we're like, well, it's Friday, the concert's not today, so the tickets are in the car, and we just waited 5 hours, and now you're telling us we need our concert tickets to fully check in. And she's like, okay, whatever, we'll just do it. And I'm just like, a heads up ahead of time would have been great. If like security's like, make sure you have this, make sure you have that, make sure you have this. Even like KCON put it on Facebook, like this is what you need to check in. That would have been a good thing for them to do too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's not like this disorganized like next year. Hopefully. Knock on wood.
Let's hope so. We can only hope for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna end the after show right now. I want to say thank you to all my guests, and thank you guys who are listening to the after show and who watched the regular episode. Now I'm gonna go introduce my guests again, and everything. Their link is gonna be in the description box below. So go subscribe to them, go follow them, go support them. All right. So I did lose my guest number 1, but you guys know him. Let's go to guest number 2.
Okay. Well, hi guys, it's Irma again, and I'm from JAPAKO Music. And thanks for having me again, Amber. And just to let you guys know, we do have our 10th issue of JAPAKO Music, JAPAKO Mag coming out already. BAP's on it, who else? Rome's on it, VAV's on it, Neon Bunny's on it. So totally check that out. And of course, you know, Amber will put all the links in there.
Yes. And guest number 3.
Hi guys, it's Raquel from the YouTube channel Born to Slay. As I said earlier, we do reaction videos, and I know we've been really inactive lately, but it was due to health issues we had. So please don't be mad at us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. It's Born to Slay 67. And yeah, thank you, Amber, for having me.
Yay! And guest number 4.
Hello, still your favorite Ajma here, and yeah, just don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Young Ajma, and follow me on social media. It's all the same, Young Ajma. And Amber, thank you so much for having me. I enjoy running my mouth on things.
Yay! And guest number 5.
Hey guys, it's Jay once again from the channel Simply J Baby. All the information to follow me, which is social media and all of that, is in the description box below. Thank you again, Amber, for having me, and I guess I'll be on the next one whenever you need me.
Every episode.
Yes.
Guest number 6.
Hey guys, it's Varun from It's Varun Gupta. I just want to say thank you, Amber, for having me. My social media links should be in the description, right, Amber?
Yeah.
But yeah, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, it's Varun G. Nice meeting you guys. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you for joining again. I'm so happy that you joined. And
My pleasure, Amber.
guest number 7.
Hi, my name's Kenzie again. All my links will be in the bottom. As I said at the beginning, my sister and I were planning on doing a YouTube thing together. We're not sure exactly what we're going to be doing, but we're also going to feature our Oma, our mom, on there. And so she's like an ultimate fangirl, and she's so adorable. So I'm really excited to feature her. But thank you again, Amber, for having me. And also, for those that don't know, I'm actually a part of Amber's team for HwaitingRadio.
Yes.
And we've got some stuff that we're really excited to share. And I won't share too much because I'll let Amber do that when it's ready. But we're working on it.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for joining TeamHwaiting. And we're going to be working hard to bring out new and awesome episodes for you guys. So, yeah. And guest number 8.
Hey guys, it's Hailey. I'm just so thankful that I was on here and being able to talk with all of these wonderful people. I am a curator on Kpop Amino, taeyeonhasmyheart. If you ever want to find new K-pop fans and talk and have a lot of fun, I was just downloading the app. And if you ever need help, just message me personally. Thank you so much, Amber, for having me on, and I hope I can be on later on again.
Yay, I'll drag you to all my shows.
Okay.
I'm so happy that you had a good time, your first time. So
Yeah.
Yay. And guest number 1, let's pretend I didn't mess up your name, and you can, end it right now.
Yeah, I'm glad to be a guest on Kimchi Radio. I mean Fighting Radio.
Hey.
Once again, it's CD from the YouTube channel AK3R. I am the pride of the Eastside Worship.
I'm so glad I can't hear him right now. Oh. CD, say that all over again, but closer.
Hello, everyone! You hear me now?
Yes.
Once again, glad to be on Amber from Amber from HwaitingRadio. I'm CD from AK3R here. Pride of the East Side. Worship me. I'm fabulous. Subscribe to all these lovely people. Subscribe to my channel. And yeah, K-pop is awesome.
Yes, and with that, we'll say fighting together at a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fighting! Yay!